It's time now for another edition of Your Hometown. Walt Grayson and Ken South are live in Gluckstadt. Hello, Walt. Hello, Ken.
Hey, Melanie, how are you? Yeah, we have to say hello.
Hello.
Yep, we have one mic. We're gonna be good buddies today and share it with us. Okay. Yeah, we're in Gluckstadt. If you don't know where Gluckstadt is, Madison is right down there, and Canton is just over that way, and we're in between. This is sort of what people in between. So I think they call this God's country out here.
Yeah, that's it.
Or they think it is anyway. The only question I have, these are some of the folks who live here. Let me run back over. I want to ask them a question real quick. Ken Menninger's one of the guys. As a matter of fact, he's coming up in a story in just a second. So what do people from Gluckstadt call yourselves?
Gluckstonians.
Gluckstonians, okay. No Gluckstonites or anything. Gluckstonians. Okay, so we have this group of fine Gluckstonians who are out here to welcome us this afternoon. And just to give you an idea, we have a piece of history that's, can you see it over there? It's back over in the, there, way up in there. Okay, that is a silo, representative of the farm era that I guess to an extent is still here. There's still some farms here, right? Okay, you know, not like there used to be, because 50 years ago we'd be run over by a tractor about where we are right now. But then you back it out, we also have this nice modern Sullivan's food store here that if I lived closer, I'd come shop it. It's that good.
Yeah, you said you shopped at this grocery store before, and it's excellent, right? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
I think this is this the only grocery store you guys have? And y'all are very proud of it, I know. It's a really nice store. Of course, every month we do go to a different community to showcase what makes it unique and special. And of course, this month we are right here in Gluckstadt, one of Mississippi's newest cities, by the way. And of course, this is an ever-expanding, ever-growing community.
And of course, we are made possible, driven by Hallmark Hyundai, in which we've got the Hallmark Cruisers parked over in the parking lot over there. Got a nice parking place for that. There's nice restaurants here. There's local shops. We've already shown you the grocery store behind us. But for a city so young, Gluckstadt is also full of a lot of history. Gluckstadt was settled in 1905. German descendants from Clarksville, Indiana, purchased farmland from the Highland Colony Company at Calhoun, Mississippi, for $22,000. Optimistically, they changed the name of the community to Gluckstadt, meaning Lucky City. But Gluckstadt wouldn't officially become a city until over a century later. Carrie Menninger, a descendant from another German-American family who joined the growing community, played a big part in making Gluckstadt what it is today.
My great-grandfather was one of the original settlers, and then my grandfather came down also, followed him down, and had a dairy farm here just north of the church. He had a 160-acre dairy farm, and so I actually spent a good bit of my childhood on the dairy farm.
In 1908, the early family suffered a tremendous blow when they found out that they didn't actually own the land that they had lived on for 3 years. They discovered that the Highland Colony Company never owned the land that they sold to these families, that the land that the settlers bought and paid cash for actually still belonged to 3 widows, and the Highland Colony Company had only taken an option on the land, having never actually purchased it.
Of course, they were devastated, didn't know what they were going to do, but their strong Catholic faith stepped in, and they went to the priest that was coming to Gluckstadt and told him what was going on, and he helped them work through a law firm in Jackson, and the law firm was very helpful, and back then they had land grants. And so they knew of a land grant that was available, and they had that land paid off, I think, completely paid off by 1919.
In 2021, Gluckstadt was finally incorporated into a city. It took 3 different times, several years, and with support from the community.
And so as the area started growing up, Canton started getting bigger, Madison started getting bigger, we didn't want to lose the identity of Gluckstadt. We felt like it was important to keep that identity, and so that's kind of how we got started with the thought of trying to incorporate Gluckstadt and become our own city.
Mrs. Louise Andy and her late husband moved to Gluckstadt in the 1960s. As a matter of fact, her son still farmed the land in the middle of Gluckstadt. She says the area has changed, but the spirit of the community remains the same.
When we moved out here, it was a real adventure. A friend of mine said, "You're moving so far out in the country. Nobody is ever going to come out there to date your daughter." And my husband said, "Oh, good, I hadn't thought about that." But it was funny. But that was before Gluckstadt really changed. But the people here that I met when I came out in the late 60s was so welcoming. And they were easy to meet. They were glad to meet us, glad to have us in the community.
And now the city continues to grow and change. Who knows what the future has in store?